Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Good. Alrighty, thank you so much for being here for our May Rhyme and Line. As always, it means the world to me that you all could be here. Can we get a round of applause for yourselves? So, before we get started, and let's also have a round of applause for the house band. Every time you can make it here to share your gifts with us. Thank you. Okay, so a few announcements before we get started. The next event here at Bajo will be on Wednesday, June 4th. That's going to be a collaboration between Free Greek Project, VI Call, and 2 of 3 millennial delegates to the 6th Constitutional Convention. One of them has graced us with his presence this evening, Mr. Riddell Hodge Jr. So Riddell and our good friend of the gallery, Imani, will be here engaging the community in a conversation about what the future of the Virgin Islands should look like. It's very, very important that as many of us as possible are involved in the process of the creation of our Constitution. I highly encourage you guys to be here for that. That starts at 7, Priscilla? Yes. That starts at 7. It's going to be a really engaging conversation. I hope to see you all there. On June 21st, we have an art show opening for the lovely Miss Lisa Eatree and Robin Claire. It's going to be an abstract expressionist show opening, and that starts at 4:30. On the 28th, in celebration of Pride Month, we are going to be doing our Pride-themed Rhyme and Line. Those are always so much fun. I think some of my favorite poems that have been shared here at the gallery has been at the Pride Rhyme and Line, and that's going to be on June 28th. That starts at 7. And another thing to be on the lookout for is St. John Festival. The village will be opening on the 29th. The lineup isn't out yet, but it's going to come when it comes. Either way, make sure you're here. I'm expecting it to be a very star-studded village lineup. I'm lying. I have no idea. I have no idea who they're bringing, and you have no idea who they're bringing because they have not put out the lineup yet. We don't know. But one last announcement is June starts tomorrow. That means Pride Month starts tomorrow. There are a number of events that will be happening both virtually and in person between St. Thomas and St. John. Another one of my lovely Love Alone organizers is here, Francisco. Thank you so much for making it. This is your first time. I appreciate you. So I encourage you to follow us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. That's Love Alone VI on Instagram, and on Facebook it's just Love Alone. We just put the flyer out. There's a number of virtual and in-person events. One of them is a spin class hosted by Francisco. It's going to be a lot of fun. Sweet Fit. Okay. So, before we get started, I have to do my little obligatory announcement here. So, here at Ramadan, we have a procedure for content warnings for works that contain themes or depictions that members of the audience might want to skip out on. At Ramadan, our first priority is creating an environment where we all feel safe and comfortable sharing and engaging with poetry and art form. In keeping with this, content warnings allow for listeners to decide whether they want to engage with content they may find triggering or offensive. For works that contain overt sexual imagery, overt or implied instances of self-harm and suicide, overt or implied physical violence, and overt or implied instances of abuse, we ask that performers start their performance by giving a content warning that states which of the previous is in the poem. Give us like a short 5-second break, let the audience take that in, decide whether or not that's something they can stay for, and then proceed with your poem. Now, generally speaking, we don't do content bans here at Ramadan. We've never needed to. Please don't make me do it. As a general guideline, just don't do any works that are violent in nature or inflammatory to any historically excluded or marginalized groups. But we don't really do content bans because I don't want to limit anybody's creativity and ability to speak. It's just that as the organizer of this event, I have a responsibility to keep the space safe. We all cool with that?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Let me correct that. This is a space that we built together, to be perfectly honest. Thank you all for sharing of your energy and sharing of your works. We've got a little bit of a short list tonight, so I'm going to start us off. I don't normally do that. Okay, so I'm going to start with one that I am not 100% sure if I did this one already, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's numbered, I couldn't figure out the title. It's number 248. Even in deep, dark valleys, seeds can be sown. And what grows from them can be more beautiful than you ever imagined. Because darkness precedes light in a complementary fashion, and the sweetest mangoes grow from graveyard trees. So the other two, I know I did not write. I know I did not read here. I wrote these in the midst of St. Thomas Carnival. If you were locked in on my activities, you know I was in these streets this year. You know, sometimes when I'm out at an event and maybe if the DJ isn't quite hitting, I kind of take stock and find a little space where I can be a weirdo by myself and I people watch. I encourage it. Do it like once or twice. You see some really, really interesting things in the middle of the fed when people are doing their thing. So both of these are titled Scenes from the Fed. Bright pink tutu with an even brighter smile. Man so drunk he forgot himself, and plenty people ready to wild. DJs prepping set lists, and lots of pretty girls cutting style. Plus loser me hiding in the corner, removed from it all. The second one, lone man in combat uniform. Not sure if it's stolen valor or this soldier's lost his mind. Does Uncle Sam set aside time for fete? Can you uphold the country and hold on to some batty? Who do you truly serve? I still think about combat uniform guy because I'm assuming, Jamal, you saw these two were written at Soka Elements. Jamal was with me for much of my shenanigans this year. I don't know if you saw that guy at Soka Elements. He had the greens, he had the boots, he had the pants, he had the jacket, but it was open, he had a t-shirt underneath. I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Like, I feel like
no rules during carnival.
I don't know though. I feel like what you're saying. Either way, I still think you're not supposed to do that. But look, I'm not in the army, it's not my business. So up next, we have a new face to the mic, Francisco.
While everyone was talking, loud, certain, stacking their thoughts like walls, I watched our current crowd trying to turn a borrowed shell that will no longer fit. It wasn't a metaphor until it was. Because I've done that, carried things that weren't mine, held still in versions of myself I had already outgrown, stayed in the room when I wanted to leave. And I've also gone quiet without shutting down. There's a difference. One is fear, the other one is peace, finally showing up without needing a reason. I don't have a hot take, I don't need to be right. I just want a life that feels like my own and I'm not performing it. I want to notice more and explain less. Stop translating myself for people who aren't listening. That's it. That's the whole story. And as Zuri said, it'll be, I guess, announced very soon. But yeah, there is a spin class that's due at noon on Sunday, June 15th. Usually it's on a Saturday, but we did 15th because the Saturday was Kingdom Morning. So, if you want to sign up, we'll have that up.
Yeah.
Very nice, Francisco.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. That was the first time to the mic here at Diamond Line. As he noted, yes, he will be leading a spin class for Pride Month. We'll have the sign-ups and the flyers and things like that out soon. Be on the lookout. You'll be able to see them on our Facebook page. That's Love Alone on Facebook or Love Alone BI on Instagram. Okay, so up next is a treat. He's a man of many identities, of many names. Money Man, Bajo's best plumber. The man behind the camera. Correct. I'm not allowed to say that one. Soon to be award-winning actor and author, David Knight Jr. last one. And my favorite poet, not because he signs my checks.
Thank you, David, for that introduction. Never gets old. A couple things tonight. This is a really nice and intimate Ramadan. I always appreciate those. Friends and family. Happy birthday, Howard. They gave away your age over there. I thought you were a young man. You're my age. You're middle-aged man. I want to recognize that this is the final night, at least for a while, that you're going to be seeing Miss Kelly Landis behind the bar. She's going to be going away to Italy to do a residency in ceramics. You've seen her ceramics here for some time for the gallery, and you've seen her behind the bar for the whole season. Several Ramadans now, so we appreciate you, Kelly. Thank you for being here. It takes a special person to put up with Bajo chaos. You've really been a blessing to this space, so thank you so much, Kelly. Just one poem tonight for me. So sometimes I'm really interested in literary history, the history of writers and of books, and particularly here in the Virgin Islands. So sometimes I write poems to Virgin Islands writers. How many people have read Guy Benjamin's Me and My Beloved Virgin? No? I see one of them. Oh yeah, correct. So this is actually an old poem I haven't been writing recently, but this poem I wrote a couple of years ago. And it's called A Poem for Guy Benjamin. If you don't know who Guy Benjamin is, he was a culture bearer and historian here on St. John. He was actually the first St. Johnian to get a high school degree. In my childhood, he was a culture bearer on Ireland. It's quite important. Had a school in Coral Bay named after him, which has been closed. And he has a wonderful book called Me and My Beloved Virgin, which is a great poem for Guy Benjamin. Harlem's brick monuments were shamed by that obelisk, the place where the comet's blazing trail almost made the world burn up when he was 6 years old, his grandfather's fingers rough as roots. Years, taciturn wheels. Great men leave islands behind, but there are always good men who stay. The citrus beds gather shards of empire, while the outer rim of the age ends in a stern angle, and the long Moravian bench furrows its brow. Light like slow sap through the barred windows of the schoolhouse, propane thin, he reads Whitman in the abandoned classroom, a melodious song, while a white drought tramples the hills and the hoarse rattle of wild tamarind. There's a string of prophecies, an artillery of unborn commissioners, fat as demijohns, the cruised out graffiti in other languages, petroglyphs from alternate islands, seed pods dropped in a catalog of names, where the concrete unwraps its constellation, saying, mine indeed. Dogs bark. He waits for the comet again to illuminate his late vernacular.
Thank you, David. So, up next, we have not a new face to the gallery, but a new face to the mic, Blake.
Hi guys, my name is Blake.
Hi, Blake.
Hi. I just moved here from New York in December. And constant worry, I don't know, heartbreak, sadness, shit like that.
I can handle it.
Yeah, okay. This poem is called, actually, wait. So I have a trilogy of poems, so there's 3 poems, they're all similar subject matter, they're connected. This poem is called 29. It hits me like a wave. The missing you crashes over me, catches me off guard and knocks me to my knees. Funny, because the ocean was our thing, our safe place, our holy space, reverent and magical. Now it taunts me, the metaphors. It's a random noon or dawn or night, and suddenly I'm there, thrust back beneath the surf, breathless and in disbelief. I still can't believe there's a you without me, how my heart can drum on without you setting its beat. 8 months later and I'm not quite yet free. Every setback is a poem tying you to me. I wonder if this is how I'll always be. I wonder where you hid it, the piece of me you keep. I have nothing real left, but I hold on to the Holy Ghost between my sheets, wishing that every girl I meet could somehow bring you back to me. They can't, never could, but I know what I'd give to rewind, to not hurt each other and have you stay mine. I don't know you now. It's been too much time. You've changed, I'm sure, and so have I. But I loved who you were then, so you're frozen at 29. I guess I'll wait for you. I'll be at our beach in the next lifetime. This one is called New York's Finest. Content warning? Kind of sexual energy? Okay. We fell in love at the beach. Eyes shut closed to the salty surf, hearts wide open to each other. Our brains said otherwise, but our bodies knew the truth. Your sandy hands gripped my water-slick waist. You kept me from falling beneath the waves. Swell after swell, crest after crest. We danced for hours in the ocean together. Just two lovers who didn't yet know we loved each other. My legs wrapped around you tightly when I got too weak-kneed. You were the life raft I didn't know I would need. Somehow, standing in the sea, surrounded by thousands of people, it was just you, and it was just me. It was just you and me. We fell in love in the shower, New York's finest warm upon our shoulders, the scent of coconut and shea butter shampoo in the damp air, standing there together, wet chests pressed against each other's, my hands entangled in your curly hair, lather, rinse, repeat, feeling the weight of your head in my hands as I scrubbed. I hope you could feel the outpouring of love into every scratch, graze, and rub. Love, love, love. Our brains said otherwise, but our bodies knew the truth, and I semi-knew it then like I semi-knew you. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Somehow, standing naked in my shower, just you and just me, our souls were so bare and we could just be. We could just be. I fell in love with the spent time, with singing songs on nightly rides, the silly handshakes as we would drive, memorizing your grin and watching you cry. I fell in love with your softness, the way you would open up to me, the sound of your laugh and the scent of your feet, and not to be gross, although this is me, the scent of your armpits, crotch too, I believe. I fell in love with the smell of your very being, every bit of you intoxicating to me. I fell in love with your band stories, our matching religious trauma, with every shared soft serve and French fry combo, with every leg massage, stolen kisses in the kitchen while cooking, butt grabs and tongue licks. I love you in a way I have never loved, in a way I never want to again. Once was enough for this lifetime. One you for my life will do. And I wish we could go back to every beach and every shower and relive the touch and re-feel the waters. I want to rewind and pause time to always remember, so I never forget you. I will never forget you. This one is called Tomorrow, and it's the last one in this trilogy. I wonder if the nights you're in my dreams, if I'm also in thine. When you close your eyes, is there a place for me reserved in the recess of your mind? Some precipice locked away could visit all the time. I have a hate-love relationship with the fact that I see you almost every night. Hate because I wish you would stop haunting me. Love because I miss you and I know I shouldn't, but I do. And these small pockets of time are the only ones I have now. I never touch you, and they're not romantic. They show no memory of the love I thought we once shared. But still you're there. You exist again. I see you, and for a brief moment I forget that I shouldn't want to. I awake, you vanish, my heart aches. Same time tomorrow?
More.
Thank you so much for that, Blake. That was wonderful. We hope to see you at the next one.
No, when is the book?
Right.
I can't write a book about my ex. They'd like that too much.
Okay, up next, friend of the gallery, Amber. in honor of Howard's birthday, we went to the beach.
Oh yeah.
And we're still Sunday. So these are just some moments of that day that I wrote down real quick. And then I'm going to read it story. Growing up, we were taught to fear graveyards. You know not to walk through them at night. Some people hold their breaths while they drive by, not sure why. However, after visiting Trump Bay today, I am more frightened by the coral graveyard, proving that the depths are not spared by death. What was once vibrant and teeming with life in my youth is now eerie, quiet, and dreary. This breaks my heart. Will I outlive them? Will our children not experience the marine life like generations before? Do visitors know what they're missing out on, that it was better? We have to stop and enjoy nature before it's gone for good. We know that we are the problem. So when are we going to take a real action? For today, I am reminded to take in the moments. The waves dancing on the shore, the current caressing my curves as I lean into my true identity, a mermaid. The sun kissing my skin. I have learned through past experiences that St. John's sun does not have self-control. So I have to tell it no, because it doesn't believe in consent. I take refuge in the shade. It is there I observe the shadow of the secret tree dancing on the sand, snapping on fruit from the trees, enjoying the breeze. On our way home, catching glimpses of nearby keys and the glistening water through the trees that your camera can't capture. It is so hard to leave Love City. I always promise myself to return sooner rather than later. Inevitably, it is always too long. Thank you, Amber, and thank you to Javon Howard, and happy birthday, Howard. So, we're at the point in the night where we've exhausted the list, and we open up the microphone to anybody that didn't sign up but felt called to read something. Do we have any takers? Ooh, come on up. Please introduce yourself before you start.
Hi guys. Hi. My name is also Amber, but I go by Amber Love.
Hi, Amber Love.
Nice to see you guys. I'm actually new here from Atlanta. I just moved to St. Thomas 3 months ago.
Oh, welcome.
This isn't really titled. I just wrote it.
We love those. We love those.
I don't ever pretend to be just a ray of fucking sunshine. Although I am, I also am not. There are times I fall victim to my ego, the whispers of the dark shadows, pleading with me to satisfy them with more darkness, to give in to their cries, and I do. My human form will not allow me to shun out the darkness, for it knows that from darkness is where light grows. It is 10 steps ahead of me in terms of strategy. My spirit knows that I must not only walk through. My spirit knows that I must not only walk through the valley of the shadows of death, but I must be drugged through it, kicking and screaming, beaten, blistered, and bruised, so that I may come out hurting. Hurting so badly that the only thing left for me to do is heal myself. To close each wound with a lesson. To learn, to teach, to heal. I am strong. And I am only strong because of my weaknesses. I exude light and love because I have been dark and low. I find a comfort in duality. A comfort that lacks structure. There are no black or white lines that will determine whether I am light or dark. I simply am. Not placing expectations on any particular outcome, but knowing that whatever it is, it's okay. I am high because I am low. I am love because I am fear. I am a teacher because I am a student. I am a healer because I have been broken. I am me because I am you. You got to have one in order to make two. Two parts, one heart. Two halves, one whole. As within, so without. Complexity, duality, love.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We hope to see you at the next one. We usually try to do these the last Saturday of the month. Next one is June 28th. Do we have anybody else in the audience that feels called to share? Ooh, come on up. Make sure you introduce yourself before you start.
Good evening. My name is Michael. This is my second event. I really enjoy this space, and I use this space as an opportunity to workshop the pieces. So, you guys dig what I read, come talk to me. If you don't dig it, if you have recommendations, suggestions, I'm open. Okay? First piece is called American Beauty. You're trouble and you know it. Problem is, I'm attracted to trouble, and I know it. I've tried convincing myself otherwise, but it's the truth. It's been more than a year since we first met, and yet we're tucked away in this dimly lit bar, a nook nestled at what seems like the edge of the world, seeking quiet and stillness, removed from all the buzzing and chattering, introducing ourselves as if it's the first time. You weren't allowed to speak to me before, but now he has a new 20-something-year-old. So here we are, feeling things out, testing, probing, tasting, proceeding recklessly when we should be proceeding with caution, doing our absolute best to handle with care, to enjoy the whole before it fragments. Your coquettishness dancing playfully wild around me, like a plastic bag drifting in the wind, whimsical, aimless, raw. I want to put my mouth on your mouth, you say. I like the words you use on me. They crackle a bit, like the wick of a petal palm torch. So at the last event, I read a piece from another author, Daily Ward. Her work really speaks to me. And this piece that I'm about to read was inspired by that piece. So, you weren't here, sorry. Some of us love messy. Sometimes the love is the kind of love that flourishes at night and flees the sunrise like a moth. It waxes and wanes, splinters, brawls with itself, devours itself, wanders in public spaces, stumbles through the door at 3 a.m., reeking of tobacco and cheap perfume, scrolls through your phone at night, searching for a reason why this just ain't working. Asks how many men you slept with, judges you for it, acts like it doesn't, fantasizes about ex-lovers while still inside you. Some of us love others messy, love ourselves worse. Sometimes the love is the kind of love that is cruel, nasty, lovelorn, absent of light. Sometimes the love can't sit with itself, doesn't recognize its own reflection, sets fire, rages, consumes, eviscerates, reduces lush fields to scorched earth, makes poor decisions often, kisses other women, walks around, masks itself behind the beauty of its words, dazzles, captures lovers' hearts, leaves them yearning, tricks the heart, kills the heart, runs rampant, and walks away smirking. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. We hope to see you at the next one. That'll be your third one, you said? Okay, we hope to see you at the next one. So I have two more to share. One that I forgot I wrote. So I'm getting excited because my Wario is coming back. A crucial piece of the Bajo family will be back on island on Tuesday. And I'm so excited. I missed her so much. She recently had a paper that she was working on that touches on the 1733 revolution here in St. John, and she reached out to me and asked if I had a poem to contribute. It took me 2 weeks to do this because I forgot that she asked for it the day after she asked for it. But the poem did get done. I sent it to her, and I think she's going to include it as part of her paper. But simply titled 1733. Whether revolt or revolution, all pride goes to those with resolve for change and justice. The legacy of the dead and gone shines through in our heartbeat, in our tear-filled eyes. May we face the sun and smile. May their power break through and send us absolution. The first one. Second one, I don't remember when I wrote this. I may or may not have done this before, but I stumbled upon this one again and I forgot how much I liked it. But it's number 222. I have too many tabs open. Books I might read, songs I should play, people I'd like to be someday make up my 80 open tabs. Places I might write about, people I should respond to, opportunities for community I could build if I could respond to you. Instead, the tabs grow to 222. There's an earworm playing somewhere between tab 50 and 200, and it won't stop going. It keeps going, and people meeting, and the tabs stack up to 450. To click each X would bring guilt and regret, an expectation not met, a dream unrealized, and a person disappointed. So I stack the tabs thinking the feelings are avoided till they flood me at tab 500 and my phone stops working. So the mic is still open if we have another poem. Let's hear it for Kelly.
You know me, this is so not me. This is my poetry right here. I am not a word person. I am a shape person. But somebody else wrote a little poem that I thought was very sweet, and you know me, sorry, is me. So an ode to my beloved. I caress you more than my lover. My fingers wander over your honest imperfections. With my hands around your waist, I lift your weight. It fills me with warm anticipation. I draw you to my lips over and over, each time rewarded with a gift. I take care of you and bathe you tenderly, running my soapy hands over your firm bottom. We share literature, long conversations, and you have witnessed my bright smile and my tears fall. I know I might get hurt, inevitably I will break you.
Thank you, Kelly. We appreciate you so much and we love you dearly. So, up next, sorry, you don't sign my checks, so you gotta be second favorite poet. Melanie!
It's direct deposit now, Rick. It's not a side check.
Okay, but it's you that initiates the direct deposit though.
So this has no title. When someone says, I love you to the moon and back, what if I don't want to come back? Especially if it's the one place you feel love. The stars and the constellations bring me infinite peace and love in comparison to the small pieces of matter that are received here in this atmosphere. I don't like it here. I can't breathe here. If loving to the moon is what is required to feel love, I would like to change course. They say men are from Mars and women are from Venus, but no one said either one of them motherfuckers went to the moon. Love me here on Earth. Cherish my many-headed planets of my feminine as I orbit around your masculine, and let's avoid that meteor shower filled with unspoken words, missed signals, forgotten touches, swollen egos, and festering wounds carried over from childhood trauma. Let's grow up together. Let's grow old together and shoot across the sky like a star. Who cares where we land as long as we land together?
Thank you, Mom. And her name is Pam. She doesn't need to have an identity outside of being my mom. I should acknowledge that. Yes. So most recently, she was on stage. The two of them from Broheem with Love were on stage with Reggae Dynasty for the Village. And you guys are also part of a song that is now on Spotify. What's the name of it?
It's a couple of them. The Day Paradise.
The Day Paradise. There's an artist named Addis Revolution, and from Broheem with Love are a part of some of those compositions. They are recently put out on Spotify, so if you have Spotify, keep an eye out for those. I'm going to do one more because it's very funny that you have a poem about relationships and the stars in space. I also have one. This is an old one called Satellite. I really missed you since falling out of your orbit. I want to send out a signal checking in to see if you're still out here amongst the stars, but I was asked to maintain radio silence. You said we need space and distance. Now, it'll take an astrophysicist to tell us where we went wrong. It was a somewhat complicated formula of chemistry and dark energy, and it's better that we dissolve things now before we collapse under our gravity and go supernova. The thing about space, though, is it's really fucking cold. Massively cold. Astronomically cold. And the pressure is immense enough that small bodies collapse into ice planets. Kind of like how my heart feels frozen inside my chest. And there's no oxygen either, so maybe that's why it feels like I'm struggling to breathe sometimes. I miss being caught in your gravity. I felt lost in transmission, floating aimlessly in the space you say we so desperately needed, haunted by the warning signs we should have heeded, and paralyzed by the ghostly glow of the moon, wondering if you're looking at it too, and you're also struggling in this new reality, and you're hoping we'll collide again someday in another galaxy. Ooh, Blake got another one? Yeah.
Your poem reminded me of something that I've written also. This one doesn't have a title. I'm not much one for physics. Matter and motion matter less to me, but energy I understand. And the gravity of this love somehow feels like flying. Nothing can pull me down. I'm free falling or floating. It's somehow anti-gravity. Your love is my centrifugal force, keeps me from spitting out, reminds me that there's something better. There's friction here, tension. It's thick and deliberate, shielded but could cut with a knife. It's delicious, the want I have for you. In every lifetime, I hope I'd find you. This energy could change form across eons in time and space, but it was never created and can never be destroyed. First law, baby, said that we are eternal. I believe it in my soul. And who are we to question the first law?
Right. Listen, I love when poets inspire other poets, and it looks like Miss Amber Love has been inspired to grace us with another one.
Okay, since we're talking about space and stuff, I have something called E.T. has phone home. Why must I meet your standards to be accepted? What do I gain by receiving your acceptance? What must I sacrifice? How many times do I break my own heart in a desperate attempt to fix what was never broken to begin with? My heart was fine until you told me how imperfect I was, how much I needed to change, how much I needed to tilt my camera a little more to find my angle, how much straighter my hair should be to look more tame, how much I should cover up my scars but expose my ass because, well, sex sells. How much I should believe in your God before I'm condemned to your hell. I have gotten desperately comfortable here. Subconsciously submitting to your absurd requests and subjecting myself to believe that every skeleton in my closet, every dark moment I have, and every scar I've gained from fighting life's wars like the warrior goddess I am is anything less than raw beauty and innate resiliency. I realize the only way for me to evolve is to find my comfort zone and then leave. Abort mission, evacuate, vanish into thin air. Then stay. Right there, in that void, that space of awkwardness and unfamiliarity. Just float. Be like a star drifting deep in the galaxy, just enjoying space. My new space because my old abode is no longer habitable. I will embrace this because what other option is there? In the extreme discomfort is where expansion takes place, upward and outward, where possibilities of infinite potential will stand out like me in a room full of carbon copies. My imperfections are insanely beautiful. Don't search for me. Don't expect for me to come back perfect. Just leave me alone in my dark place, in my void, my capsule of discomfort so that all my insecurities can blossom into forms of love. E.T. has finally come home.
Like I said, I love when poets inspire poets, and I love this little space that we've crafted here. Really, honestly, we provide like scaffolding for Run Line, but we never really know what we're gonna get. We get some really interesting stuff. We get new faces, we get old faces. We've gotten singers, we've got people that have done monologues. Tonight we got a whole lot of space poetry, which is so cool. Now you don't have to do a space poem if you don't have one, but if there is anyone else here in the audience that has something that they feel called to share, doesn't have to be an original piece, it could just be a piece that you really enjoy. Come back, let's hear it. Okay.
This is called, this is not that poem. I don't really have a poem for tonight. Not one with rhythm or rhyme or the kind of ending that makes people snap. I'm just here with whatever I got left after a long week and short fuse. Sometimes that's enough. I used to think the goal was to be understood. Now I just try to be honest. That takes less explaining and leaves more room for air. I've stopped thinking survival is a personality trait. Stop trying to make pain poetic. Turns out being okay, actually okay, is a lot quieter than I thought. I've been learning to breathe slower, to say less, to call people back, don't have the energy, to stop trying to earn the right to exist. I spent years entangling the idea that struggle makes you noble. It doesn't. It just makes you tired. So now I stretch. I salt my food on purpose. I look at the ocean like it's not waiting to kill me, but just existing like me. No big transformation, no arc. Just a boy with sand in his shoes, some thoughts he hasn't said, and a respect for silence that isn't empty.
Thank you, Francisco. So we're gonna make one last call. Last call, if you have something you want to share. Amber pulls us out, Amber.
Raven, who began the carnival. This one's called Once a Year. She is among them, a member of the crowd, each there for the love of music, yet none seem to revel in it as much as she does. They convene once a year to play math. For the love of Pan, they grab instruments in hand. Musicians have drums, tenor, and cowbell alike. Enthusiasts utilize their cell phones to share with those who are away. It is in this group she feels most at home. These are her people, strangers mixed in a crowd with familiar faces. This event is her favorite. Carnival's finishing line, last lap. No costumes, no bells and whistles. No hype man demanding that you raise your hand for the umpteenth time. If you went to Village, you know. Here she is allowed to freestyle, to be in her most authentic form, not performing for anyone, just the sweet music that, and those who love to hear it. She runs to it when she hears the call from off in the distance. It doesn't matter what was going on before, whether conversation or food. Everything stops as she leaps up to answer the call. This is the reason she is here, and she stays until the last knock of the time. In the midst of it, the sun shines on her face. Eyes closed, she relishes in its caress. She lives for these moments, shutting out the crowd, just her and the music. It guides her on how to dance, suggests she move her hips this way and then that way. And she tunes her ear to a different beat. She opens her eyes and sees them taking notice. They so locked in to her ass and hips, they didn't feel her catch them hungrily looking. Or maybe they didn't mind that she sees how entranced they are with her dance. But she isn't interested in them and what they want from her. I guess the prey never really is interested in the predator. Their lust is a threat to her happiness. Thankfully, here, they keep their hands to themselves, whether it be out of decency or fear of rejection. She's grateful they keep their distance. If they only wanted to dance, she would be willing, but it never really ends in one dance. They think it's an invitation for more. The music has stopped, jam done. The crowd dispenses to their respective troops. She lingers long enough to share a gratitude to music makers, men that have provided her with what she needs, makes her way back to her own camp, wondering if they remembered her from last year before or the year before, and if they noticed her face wasn't in the crowd the time that she was off island. She is grateful to be here now, looking forward to being in this moment again next year.
So I think that I've been signaled to make a plug. Lemoore Carnival Troupe is accepting deposits. We will be on the road for St. John celebration. It's St. John celebration now, you guys. You're supposed to say St. John celebration. But Lemoore Carnival Troupe will be on the road. We are accepting deposits. It's just $150. All of the costumes, without wings, are $350. That, you can't beat that price in the Virgin Islands for a costume. You're not going to do better than that. If you want more information about that, you can pull me aside, or my mother, Pam, the leader of the troupe, the maker of the costumes. In light of all of the tariff business and things like that, she has gotten so creative with the costumes this year. She is sewing them herself. This is not a purchase of bikini and bedazzle. She is making the costumes from start to finish. Please support her in the work that she's doing. Please sign up. We're going to have a lot of fun on the road. Running through the events at Bajo again, the next one is June 4th, where we're going to be having a conversation about the 6th Constitutional Convention. Imani Daniel and Rudell Hodge Jr. will be here leading that conversation. On the 21st, we have an art opening for Lisa Etri and Robin Clare. On the 28th, we have the Pride Rhyme and Rhyme. Quick run through of the Pride events to expect. Every Sunday, starting with the 8th, I will be hosting a virtual game space. I'll be there from 6:30, maybe until 9 or so. The space is open if you want to play games. If you just need somebody to hold space for you, I will be doing that every Sunday, starting on the 8th for Pride Month. Also on June 8th, I'll be hosting a gender-inclusive Bambula class. You have the option of whether or not you want to dance with the skirt. The skirt is not required. Gender inclusive, doesn't really matter. It's a matter of, do you want the skirt, do you not want the skirt? More details are coming. June 11th is Pride Art on Court. June 15th is the spin class. June 16th is a yoga class. June 24th, our previous Carnival Queen, Majestic Freedom Estrada Peterson, will be hosting a poetry workshop. That's June 24th. June 28th, like I said, we'll be right here for Pride, Rhyme and Rhyme. And June 29th, we should be on Megan's Bay for Florapalooza. So these are just the dates. Save them. More information, more detailed flyers will be coming. Follow the Facebook page, Love Alone, the Instagram page, Love Alone VI. Follow the Rhyme and Rhyme SCJ page to keep in touch with what Rhyme and Rhyme is doing. Follow the Bajo el Sol Gallery page to keep in touch with what the gallery is doing. And with that, we're going to call back up the house band from Broheem with Love. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for coming.
Take that glass, please.
Open up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find the seasons with the rest. She was dirty, let her breathe. Spinning like a guinea, every feeling was a bit of skin. Safe from mine, hold her leg. And don't believe the lies, you understand me. Walk down the valley, pack a piece of heaven from the bottoms of her feet. Teach her how to jump and how to stretch when she reaches. Like the angels do when you gon' make it through. Yeah. Dear God, See if I'm picturing your feelings for a minute. You were my sun, you were my earth, but you didn't know all the ways that I loved you. No. So you took a chance, made up a plan, but you didn't know it would all come crashing down. No. You don't have to say what you did, I already know. I found it from her. There is just no chance for you and me. There'll never be. Don't you feel sad about it? Tell me you love me, then you leave me all alone. Tell me you needed me, then you call me on the phone. Oh, I refuse, you must have me confused, like those other